Hi, I just finished dinner. That is typically where I end most vlogs. However, that is where this one is starting. I typically don't film too much in the evening because I am lacking energy, not really having much to say, and I go full goblin mode. My makeup is smeared all over my face, my hair is thrown up in a messy bun, and for great googly moogly, I am wearing a Kirby shirt right now. Goblin mode. But I have recently fell into a bit of an evening routine. And I've been keeping it up for a couple of weeks now. So I figured I would take you along what I do in the evenings. Riveting stuff. But like I mentioned, just had dinner, so need to go and put away the leftovers and clean up. And I think that I am going to prepare some overnight oats for tomorrow morning. That's not something that's typically in my evening routine. I recently just got back on the overnight oat bandwagon because I was having them every day for like a while. And then I just kind of fell off. Oats were not my thing. Right now I'm sick of eggs for breakfast, so I've been on a smoothie grind. But I found this recipe for like this strawberries and cream overnight oats, and I was like, maybe this is the one. This is the one that's gonna get me back in it. I tuck the leftover buffalo chicken mac away and begin scrubbing it off the oven before giving Doug his nightly thyroid pill. I kind of just have to shove it in his mouth because he eats around it if I try to hide it in a piece of food. He doesn't seem to mind much, especially because he gets a greenie afterward. By the way, if your dog looks like it has the mange and doesn't have mange, it could potentially be a thyroid issue. Just a PSA. Because it took me about 3 vet visits to figure it out. Also, I've started cleaning fruits and veggies with baking soda and vinegar because I saw a short of people doing that and it looked cool. And it's not because I'm concerned about getting whatever pesticide or manure off of the food, and that's just a comment on the state of our society. Anyways, this recipe was very straightforward and easy. I'll go ahead and link it in the description along with the buffalo chicken mac and cheese recipe if you are interested. Now that the kitchen is in some semblance of working order, I try to sit down and find time to meditate because the animals are starting to get sleepy. Everything kind of quiets down, so it's like the perfect time. I used to try to meditate before going to bed, but I ended up just falling asleep, which is great for falling asleep, but not really the goal of the mindfulness practice. The sponsor of this video happens to be Headspace. If you guys didn't know, they are a meditation and mindfulness app. I have been using them for over a year now, and they've honestly helped me out of a really dark place. Practicing mindfulness has been pretty important to my day-to-day, and so it's just kind of so crazy to me that they reached out and wanted to support my channel. So present me is gonna sit here and meditate while future me tells you more about the app. People typically think of meditation as just sitting there in silence and not thinking at all, when in actuality, Headspace helped me realize that meditating was more about observing your mind and your thoughts.
So long as we are talking, there's no room to listen. So long as the mind is busy, there's no room for quiet. So be still once in a while, for both you and for those around you.
And then learning how to focus on the present, which is a very hard task to do because I find that I'm someone who tends to either be ruminating in the past or thinking forward to the future. It's very rare that I'm just like here. Once I started meditating, I think it was about 2 weeks until I had like my first like present moment, and I was on a walk and I saw this field with geese or whatever, and I was just like there. But it's kind of weird because as soon as you realize you're in the moment, it takes you out of it. But I just found that through practicing mindfulness, I was more present more often. And Headspace definitely helped me do that. I thought because I had ADHD and because I'm all over the place all the time, that sitting still and focusing on the breath was not for me, but it just makes it so easy because like you listen to the guided meditations and it's timed out for you. There's little cues throughout to kind of get you back on track if you find your mind wandering or whatever else. But not only do they have the guided meditations, but they have podcasts and they have like these little blurbs of helpful hints. They have how-to videos. They have like even little morning workouts, and they also have my favorite, which are the bedtime stories. Love using those to fall asleep too. It's just really easy to build a habit and a routine around mindfulness with this app. But I definitely see the value in meditation for everyone, especially people who are trying to navigate through a huge life event, maybe the passing of a loved one, or for me, like I had excruciating anxiety and practicing mindfulness really helped with that. So if you happen to be going through something, I would give meditation a shot. And if you want to see if Headspace can be helpful for you, you could go ahead and click the link in the description, or go ahead and scan the QR code right here on the screen, and you get 60 days for free to try it out for yourself, which is an awesome offer. So again, huge thank you to Headspace for sponsoring this video. My evening baths are a very integral part to my night routine for two reasons. One, I love to bath. You guys know I love a bath. Not much has changed. Two, I throw Epsom salt in this beach and it helps my sore muscles because I have been lifting a lot of weights lately, and it really sucks when you're so sore that you can't work out the next day. So I try to prevent that a little bit. Got my chamomile tea here. I currently started this book, Circe. It's like Greek mythology or something. I don't know. I'm only 35 pages in. It's good so far. Interesting. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to read and I'm going to relax. And of course I'm going to clean myself. Oh, I've been meaning to tell you guys about this body wash that I found. Let me go grab it real fast. I had to wear a bathing suit top. I normally don't wear a bathing suit in the bath. I'm not a never nude. But there was a nip slip incident of 2022. We would like to not repeat, so we just mitigate that risk a little bit. Let me just grab that soap off camera because I'm not wearing bottoms. Okay, so this body wash has been a game changer. It's the salicylic body wash for rough and bumpy skin. I used to always get these bumps on the backs of my arms, body acne, especially after I work out and I'm sweaty and I'm gross or whatever else. I started using this. That got rid of all of that, which is amazing. I just use it with some exfoliating gloves. So there's a little pro tip on that one. 10 out of 10 recommend. Oh, also, every time I shaved, I would get strawberry legs, and I use that afterward now, and I don't get the bumps anymore. I don't know what salicylic acid is, but I use it on my face. I use it on my body. I use it everywhere. I have the face wash version of that as well that I will be using, that I left up there and I didn't think to get down. So just 10 out of 10 recommend. And I also have really sensitive skin, so that doesn't bother me at all, but it clears it up. So that's just my little recommendation. Now I'm going to be doing some bath stuff. I've started laying out my workout clothes for the next morning the night before, which only takes a few seconds but really helps take the friction out of actually getting going. It's such a small thing, but not knowing where your shoes are can definitely throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. I also fill up my water bottle and stretch. If I don't stretch, my body decides to toss and turn and feel like I have to crack every bone in my body to get relief. I think it's just a sore muscle thing, but doing a quick stretch routine or even sometimes yoga greatly helps reduce that feeling of wanting to crawl out of my own skin as soon as I close my eyes to sleep at night. And I'm curious, does anyone else get that way when they work out? It never really happened to me before, but it happens a lot now if I don't stretch before bed. Then of course you gotta plug in all of your devices. I got this nifty little charging station so I don't have a million cords cluttering up my nightstand, and it charges my headphones, iPad, watch, and phone. Speaking of technology, Steven rigged up a projector so we can watch stuff on the ceiling in bed at night, which is pretty nifty, and it's kind of like we're in the future or something. We're currently rewatching Dragon Ball. After a couple of episodes of that, I turned on a sleep story. Tonight I decided to visit the cat marina. And also remember, you can get Headspace for free for 60 days to try it for yourself. And you can listen to the cat marina all you want.
Welcome back to the cat marina. It's the perfect night for a visit. The waters are calm, and the cool night breeze allows all the different wind chimes to create a quiet lullaby.